All right, hello everybody, welcome back. We have a Plat Cloak and Dagger VOD today. They say, I feel like I need help with ability and ult usage. I also think I struggle with positioning. All right, short, sweet, to the point. Let's see what we got. In general, until about high GM, you basically only want to use Cloaks ultra defensively because the teammates that you're playing with will not be able to take advantage of an offensive support ult. And they will not be able to survive without a support ult when things go bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Okay. I saw one window I didn't like. It's not terrible. Especially because we almost have ult. Okay, you guys get the pick on Strange, so we're fine. Fade, fade, fade! Good stuff. Our Luna died. Our Luna died. Our Luna died. Hang on. Okay, so a little bit late on that. Okay, so far so good. I think you're playing not bad, right? I think we're using our abilities decently well. But here we have to recognize like what happened. Now, this is something that you're not really going to be able to control, okay? But it's good to get in this mindset. So what happened here is your Luna got 2-tapped. But we do have a numbers advantage, right? So your team is going to want to push forward. What you want to do in this situation is go on comms, if you're brave, and just be like, one support down, don't go crazy, right? And you just say that. Because, especially since you're playing Cloak. Hey, Dr. Orca, how's it going? Especially since you're playing Cloak. Cloak's heals are very slow. They're very, they're not bursty. They're healing over time. Unless you are in like the perfect situation where you can window and bubble and pump healing, which doesn't really happen very often. So it's really kind of on you to just be like, hey guys, we're down to support, play back. Now, obviously, like, I'm not telling you have to go in voice chat. I don't go in voice chat. But understanding that, yeah, this is really rough. The next thing you can do to get into the habit of, not necessarily just in this position, but you could say, like, at this point, right about, like, you see your Emma is, like, trying to take damage, and she's already low on health, and you're half down. Be like, yo, I need to reload in 3, 2, 1, and then reloading, right? And that lets your tank know I'm not gonna get any healing for a couple seconds, and then they wouldn't push here. Again, it's like but now for sure this is not a great ult unless somebody on your team was like, yeah, I'm portaling. But I mean, you already recognize that they're not.
After this battle, we should totally data mine this season's file.
You recognize that it was a bad ult, so not much more to say about it. You already know, you know. Your positioning's been not bad. That's not a good window. with cloak, it's really important to know that your primary fire, like I said, it doesn't do much burst healing unless you have the window. So when you see all of these people are mostly at full health, like this is just not the time to be throwing out a window. But we used all our cooldowns already, and like we didn't have an ult. Going to cloak. Okay, so something I feel like we need to bring up is actually your healing priority. Yeah, cloaking in that just to get across, right? But your healing priority so far has not been the best. So I guess let me ask you the question. Is that something that we've talked about? Have you heard me talk about healing priority? And then we'll keep going. I have not? Okay. So the way Flats said this a long time ago, and I really agree with it, is basically your healing priority should go number one, first and foremost, is your other support. If your other support needs help, they take priority over everything else. Because if you lose a tank, it's not as bad as losing a support. If you lose a DPS, it's not even close to as bad as losing another support. So that's your number one. You always want to first heal your other support, keep them in mind before everything else. Number two would actually be a DPS. Okay, DPS, they don't have a lot of health. They don't have a lot of cooldowns to keep themselves safe. Okay, and then tied with the DPS, the only time it's not a DPS is if a tank is critical, they jump up over a DPS, because losing a tank is more difficult than a DPS, right? Because if you lose a tank, you're more likely to lose the fight versus if you lose a DPS. So tanks only jump up when they're critical, because if they're not critical, they have, you know, Emma has diamond form, she has a shield. Deadpool has cooldowns, he has a shield, right? They have a lot of health. So it goes your other support, a DPS, or a critical tank, then a tank who's just kind of a little bit hurt, right? So that's your order. The next thing I want to talk about is like let's try to make sure we're using our cooldowns right. It feels, again, a lot of the times we're using our window like way too early. We need to use our window when people are actually low, right? Here would be a good window. I like this one. This one's much better. The bubble, not so necessary. Bubble is only useful if people are going to be standing in the bubble, obviously, right? It sounds really obvious, and it's kind of stupid saying it out loud, but it ends up being true. So you need to put the bubble where people can actually get healed. Like where you put it, in order to use this bubble, they have to face tank a ton of damage, right? So if you're going to put a bubble down, put it in a spot where you can actually use it. Yeah, your Luna definitely should have ulted. Now, I'd either die early or cloak and get out. So this is really not good. So at what point is the fight over, right? Both of your tanks are dead and your Bucky is dead. At this point, the fight is over. There's no chance you guys win this, right? So right here, it's like, okay, we should either die or get out, especially since the Luna died. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to actually go into cloak form and go try to get a kill. You go out in a blaze of glory, right? Because you're going to force them to kill you. Good teams, they will actually not kill you here, and then they'll kill you at the right spot to like get a really long stagger. And so what you do is you run forward and you die as quickly as possible. Because if you die right now, you would spawn 2 seconds after your Luna, right? But now we die 8 seconds after our Luna. And so our whole team has to wait 9 more seconds. And while that's happening, the other part of this is that this Bucky, he died, right? He spawned, and he sees people are alive. And he's like, oh, I gotta help these people, right? So he comes to help you, and then he staggers as well, right? So a lot of staggering in low elo, a lot of people think it's like, oh, they ran in by themselves. When in actuality, it's people living too long. Instead of running in too early, it's living too long. Very weird concept. But I want to make sure I kind of over-explained it a little. We probably got it a while ago, but I want to make sure we really get it. I baited the Bucky? Yeah. You baited the Bucky. Oh, ult! Right, now we ult. That's fine. Three. Okay. Oh. There you go. Yeah, I want to see you in cloak form. Wow, that's lucky. Okay. So a couple of things here. Whenever we have a support ult going, we definitely want to be in cloak form doing damage because your team is it's very unlikely for your team to die. Now, I feel like we kind of panic and use our fade early, even though we have a Luna right in front of us. We don't really need it. And then we don't have it for Jeff ult. I don't know for the love of me why Jeff didn't just ult and kill you guys. You got really lucky there. I like the attempt. So this is what I was talking about with Cloak having no burst healing, right? She has her healing is all over time. That's something I feel like I have to force myself to do in support ults. Yeah, it's really understand that like you're healing people because there's a credible threat, right? If you don't heal them, they're going to die. But when you guys have a support ult going, there's no credible threat because they're not going to die. So here, this is another not great window. It's very unlikely they're going to die here. They're tanks, right? Emma has diamond form. She has a 400 health shield. Does a ton of damage, so she can pressure people out. Angela can fly away. She has a shield. Like, you gotta let things go in this scenario. So now we can have 2 windows. Now your Emma stays out in a hella ult. That's a good window. There's another wasted bubble. Like, what's the point of this bubble? To help Angela stand here? It's not really clear that you have. It feels like you don't have a clear image in mind of like what your abilities are for when you use them. Does that ring true with your experience? Duh. Yeah? Okay. Maybe it would be a good idea to like break down each of your abilities. I feel like we kind of already have at least a little bit. Basically, bubble is your sustain for yourself and your other support. A lot of the times it's your counter dive tool. Since they're mostly playing poke, they don't really have much dive. Then you can kind of use it a little more aggressively to help your tanks hold space. Because like we said earlier, it doesn't move around. So you have to position it where the tanks want to be standing, which is usually around cover so they can back in and out, right? Your windows are for your actual burst healing to save somebody when they're critical. Because when not only does it give healing when it goes through, but it also makes it to where your healing and any other healing is more effective going forward. And so you want to use it when people are less than half, unless it's a DPS, right? And they're taking a lot of damage, then they don't have sustain. That's like the super basic points. Again, now that we know, not a great window. Another not great window. Good healing priority. Nice. Okay, we kind of lost it for a second. That's all right. I don't mind that window. I don't mind that window, but the bubble's not great. Again, people have to be standing near it. Another one. Your positioning has been great, though. Your positioning this whole game has been fantastic, despite your team like falling over. Good fade. Perfect. Okay, we're down one. Wouldn't be a bad time to maybe ult. Okay. Good. Uh-oh. Oh, you're dead. Ooh, he's bad. Good fade. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think you played great there. Just be aware of Elsa ult, but that was great. Whenever you're playing against an Elsa, just try not to bunch up if you can, especially if you're ult tracking. Oh, we gotta fade our team there. So right here, especially because you're at the edge of this circle, you should be able to stand here and fade, and then you save these two people. No, window, window, window! We just got too aggressive. What happened? This is something we haven't seen from you all game. We just kind of like lose our positioning and try to get a kill for some reason. What happened? Tunnel vision, the Neymar. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're playing cloak. You can't be doing that. That's really bad. Carol, what's up, Chaotism? How's it going? Luna first, Luna first, Luna first! No, this is why we have our target priority. It's very unlikely you guys win this fight. That's a pretty decent bubble. Because it's in a spot that the tanks can actually use it. Good, 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 good. Okay. Oh, you're dead. So whenever you use ult, the best practice that you can do is before you use it, you switch to cloak, right? You switch right now, then you ult, and that way when you're at the end, right, especially against a Magneto or an Iron Man. So right here, it takes time to switch into cloak and then to activate the fade, right? And this is enough time for better players to kill you. So if you want to rank up, you're going to be playing against better players who will punish you for this. I'm actually curious. What? Huh? Or did you get mag bubbled? Yo, is your mag just goated? Wow. That's actually crazy. Look at this timing.
Namor's subjects are tenacious.
Wow. That was like frame perfect. Jeez. Okay. But yeah, the point still stands. You got to make sure you're in cloak before you ult. It helps so much.
Judge, jury, executioner.
See ya. All of this could have been prevented by healing our Luna in the first place. And we also, like I said at the very beginning, we only really want to use our cloak ult as a defensive ult because your team is just not good enough to take advantage of an offensive ult yet. I would wait until like GM. You could also limit test it every once in a while and be like, hey, am I good enough, playing with good enough teammates to be able to use an offensive ult? Try it and then pay attention if it works or not.
You belong to me. Only 60 seconds left.
Disappointed.
Oh, this is so bad. Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. Look what's going on while you're doing this, right? This whole time you're doing this, watch the Emma. She has to use her shield. She has to use mag bubble, and she has to use diamond form, right? So by you trying to get the kill on the Jeff, you forced the tanks out of all of their defensive cooldowns. Every single one of them. So I don't mind you trying to attack the Jeff, but the purpose of attacking the Jeff needs to be different. It needs to not be to kill them. It needs to be to push them away, okay? So you want to swat them away. It's like, okay, there's a Jeff over here. He's being annoying. You do damage. Okay, he's running this way. You blinded him. Now go back because you have another job that you're ignoring right now. What is Luna doing? I would assume the same thing.
Only 60 seconds left. What do I do for an encore?
Same exact thing. So. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, if you're low health, you can't stand still. That's not good.
Glad to help. I'm back to shed some light.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Wow, your Luna actually ulted in response to a ult. Insanity. Way to do damage. Nice. All right, what do you guys think? Good or bad ult? So we killed the Punisher. We killed the Punisher, so we're up 1. We got the point. Bad? All right, cool. You guys know. We killed the Namor. Here you go. You guys don't even need me. You guys got it.
Time to shine.
Oh.
Lights out.
Poor girl always scares me.
Anything stand in your way. Against the wall. Against the wall. Against the wall.
Us against the world.
So, even if this squirrel somehow manages to kill 6 of you when there's only 4 of them, this is still not worth ulting. So, like, it's okay to die to a squirrel and not ult, especially if the fight is already won. Does that make sense? I just want to make sure we understand that logic, because, like, we've already got the point. We're already pushing. Yeah.
Lights out.
Okay, perfect. Luckily, we're in Plat, and they waste their support ult as well. Not a great window.
Only 60 seconds.
Or, sorry, bubble. Not a bad window. Bad bubble, good window.
Us against the world.
Bro, that cloak wanted to die. What was that?
Hold still. I'm trying to help. Down to 30 seconds. You're being
Oh, why did we use a bubble and a window? Our team's full. There's nobody there. I feel like you just panic. And then, again, there's no reason to ult here. There's no reason to ult here. In higher elo, if you ult here, that Angela saved enough time for whoever's playing Groot to switch to Cap. Cap makes it back to point, and then the Squirrel Girl makes it back to point. A couple seconds later, when your ult's dead, Squirrel Girl now ults, which is enough time to buy for the Punisher to ult, and now they have Punisher and Squirrel Girl ulting at the same time at the end of the point when you no longer have your ult. And, like, that all sounds like crazy, right? I'm like, you know, like, sure, old man, all that is exactly what happens in high elo. So we can't be doing stuff like that. Oh, we switched skins. Okay, I was very confused. This is the right person. They probably wouldn't have a Squirrel Girl. Yeah, sure. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Not a great window. Not a terrible bubble. That's one of the better ones. That would have been a good window. But we used our windows early. I have played against Wandas and GM and Celeste and Squirrel Girls. It technically exists. So this is where we talk about healing priority. I wanted to see if she just got like one shot, but no, there was plenty of time to heal her. We're really focused on keeping this mag up.
Against the world.
Now you have to, yeah. So, yeah, Sazer's right.
Current
How it goes.
score
Okay,
is
now we're on Invis. Do you want Invis tips?
3, 2, 3.
After what Hydra did to me, this fight got a lot
Sure?
more
Okay.
personal.
I feel like myself again.
Portal. Push. Oh, Lord.
Much better. I got you covered. Anyone willing to help?
Okay, so this is scary. So far with this game, your positioning has mostly been pretty good. This is the one time where I was like, this is terrible. Again, like better teams, this Angela's gonna grab you immediately, pull you over here, and just get killed. So when you're playing as support, like, and the fight is breaking down because there's a portal or like they attack from multiple different angles, you want to find safety in numbers. So the better thing to do would have actually been to jump over here and reverse the map and stand behind your tanks. Or if Invis's jump is high enough from where you were, come up here, right? But definitely don't jump right towards the enemy team.
Much better. I got you covered. Anyone willing to help?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But is that it? That's it. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff there. We talked about healing priority. We talked about how to use our abilities correctly and not waste them. We talked about ult usage, you know, good and bad ults. And like really, if you focus on those three things, you'll see a lot of moments in your games that just kind of like disappear, right? If we look at that last push while you guys are on attack, right, where we were healing the mag instead of the Luna, all the stuff that happened after that, where you had to ult in the weird room and like you had to fight off a mag and things like that, none of that would have happened if we had good healing priority and we were healing our Luna, and then our Luna didn't die, and then we could have normal fights. Right. So you'll see, if you work on those three things, you'll see like the domino effect of everything else going on in the game. And we won't get into really bad situations. Anyway, that's it for this VOD review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. God bless. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.